Madam Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from California, Mr. Jared Huffman.
I thank the gentleman. There's so much I'd like to say about my friend Don Young, and some of you are probably wondering, how could Don Young, the crusty old conservative from Alaska, be friends with a liberal Democrat from California like Jared Huffman, an environmental radical? Well, it wasn't because we agreed on Arctic drilling. It wasn't because we agreed on the Endangered Species Act or so many other things. We fought about those things. In fact, I'll always remember our colleague Mike Levin's first Natural Resource Committee hearing. Don Young was shaking his fist at me, saying that he wanted to go out in the hall to settle our differences, and Mike couldn't believe it. And I told him that was nothing. That was tame by Don Young standards. You should have seen him last year. Don didn't actually wink when he did these things, but he didn't need to, because we both knew that the next time I saw him, we'd be laughing about it, having a glass of Chardonnay. But believe it or not, we did find some things to work on. We had a mutual love of fishing and salmon. We found lots of legislation to do together on those subjects. We both represent a lot of Indian country. We found common cause there. We worked together on national and international wildlife conservation. Now, he wanted to conserve wildlife so he could kill it. I wanted to conserve it so I could admire it generally. But we found common cause, and we did a lot of good work together. I will always remember that when I met with Don in his office, I would be sure to bring a bottle of Chardonnay from my district, because it was Ann's favorite, and because in the odd years when Don was actually drinking, he liked it too. I'm so glad that in addition to getting to serve for almost 10 years with this legend of the house, I got to have a lot of fun with him. I got to play paddleball in the gym. I got to travel with him and Ann to Europe. I got to go fishing. In fact, I went to his fishing tournament in Alaska last year. I was the only Democrat there, and my reward was Don put me on his boat with Karl Rove, and I spent about 9 hours on the water with Don Young and Karl Rove. That's an experience I will never forget. And it, too, was an awful lot of fun, just like everything with Don Young. So with Don Young gone, I have no doubt there are going to be plenty of other people around here that I'll find things to fight about with. It's the other part that I'll miss. I think the institution will miss. I yield back.